Hi everybody, welcome back to Charmed Intuition Tarot. So I'm back with your week ahead reading. This is for the last week of October or whenever you happen to click on it. But really excited. It's kind of bittersweet because I'm excited for Halloween, of course, but I'm also sad because that means I'll have to pack away all my Halloween decor till next year. So I wanted to bring out all my Halloween decks today, so I used quite a few. We have lots of information. I already recorded them. So we have 3 piles here. So pile 1, 2, and 3. Let's take a nice deep breath together before we take a closer look. Okay, so for pile 1, we have air, imagination. Pile 2, moon, cycles. Pile 3, broomstick, clearance. And I actually used different tarot decks for each pile. So for pile 1, we used the Halloween Tarot. Pile 2, we used the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. And finally for pile 3, we used the Dark Mansion Tarot. I wanted to use all of my autumn or Halloween decks today. So you can take your time, pick a pile, pause the video if you need to. Just remember these are general readings, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We have the charms, of course, and the letters. And quick shout out to my friend who gave me this sweater. It's like a tie-dyed Halloween sweater. It's got a ghost on it. Maybe I'll include a picture, but it's really, really cute. So thank you for that. It's my birthday week. So I'm really excited for this week, and I appreciate all of your comments. To those of you that have been subscribing, thank you. And yeah, we'll get started. I'll leave the timestamps below, and I'll leave the deck names in the description as well. And we'll start with number 1. Hi group 1. So if you chose air, imagination, and this is your week ahead message, really excited to see what you have. We also have some chocolate messages. I'm going to use this kind of as like a keyword for your week. We've got the charms, of course, but let's see what you have. So last week of October, let's see, we've got the moon, King of Pumpkins, which would be King of Pentacles. You might be watching this in October. My weeklies I find can be timeless because sometimes they'll show up on timelines and there could be a message for you. 3 of Ghosts. So even some of you could be watching this in June, who knows? So we've got use your hands. Take time to breathe out. And hearth. Okay, so I do want to get your chocolate right away for your week. Group 1, week ahead. Okay, so you have toffee center chocolate change. Okay, let's just see what this says. So this is the perfect time for travel of any kind. Well, I know that part might not be true. So I think it's saying here, be it an inner journey to a deeper level of understanding of yourself or a physical trip. Even a day off work, a short break from normality, or a simple change of scenery can do a world of good. Things are improving. Opportunity is awakening. Think about where you want to be. Ponder where you are right now. Pay attention to your dreams. Perfect with the moon. They will show you the things you have missed during your waking hours. Oh, I think that's really important with the moon. So paying attention to your dreams this week. I'm already seeing that your intuition is high, but I'm also kind of getting this grounded, secure, kind of like homebody energy here with these cards. Particularly, I feel like your relationships are a bit highlighted this week. So you've got the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Ghosts. So the 3 of Ghosts or 3 of Cups being there, this is a card about friendship and relationships, but really feeling connected to people around you. With the King of Pentacles, it could be that someone this week asks you for advice about something that you are very knowledgeable about. It could just be that your friends are counting on you. I always think of the King of Pentacles as that wise person to go to for advice, and very you know, someone you wanting to help others, but also feeling very secure yourself. So the fact that we have this Hearth card with the 3 of Cups as well, I feel like harmony in relationships is a strong theme this week, but also creativity, your dreams, just like this card was talking about. I feel like there's change happening this week, but it's wanting you to trust and feel rested with this card, like just talking about like just trusting, being calm. The take time to breathe out card just tells me that this week could be a period of rest after change, or just saying that there's change coming. Just enjoy the week. but it's wanting you to say like you're okay, like trust in the change. I want to get you one more chocolate just for a bit of added information. Now the Hearth card says happiness in our hearts and homes. So again, there's that feeling of harmony and getting along, your friendships being strengthened, relationships with family in particular could be very strong this week. So shadow self, perfect with the Moon card. So it's time to embrace your shadow self, illuminate the darker side of your nature by allowing some light to flow in. It's time to free yourself from past bitterness, hurt, and resentment. You can make sense of the chaos, surrender, pain, heal. Question your belief systems. What is holding you back? Why are you here? Why did you create your current situation? It is now time to be more personally accountable. I only hold positive thoughts. My actions are of pure intent. So that shadow self message and the message of change definitely comes with the Moon. The Moon is a card, it's one of those cards that has a lot of meanings. We can think about psychic ability or intuition with the Moon. It's feminine energy, it's receptive and emotional, but it's also a card about confusion, feeling lost, or feeling like there's like this illusion over something, or you don't have all the information. So what are we getting then? Because we've got the Moon, a bit of confusion, a little bit of shadow work. I think it's just saying, just trust that things are kind of working out this week. I'm kind of getting this week, you're feeling good. You've got the Three of Ghosts. You're feeling good in your relationships. You're feeling grateful for what you have. You're feeling like you're secure in what you have. I see you really enjoying your home and your family in particular this week. Use your hands with that creative energy here. I think you're really in a creative spot. And I think that's because you're feeling very emotional and you're dealing with things too. So I really like this part here. It's time to free yourself from past bitterness, hurt, and resentment. So I think that's what's leading into this feeling of harmony, is I think there's a lot of healing going on. And it's really wanting you to focus your energy this week on taking time to just breathe, relax, trust in the unknown, know that you're secure, that you're safe. Use your hands to do things that are creative, craft, like make things, bake or cook, anything that you can do to harness any sort of anxious energy into something productive could really help. So I like what I see here. I might want to grab one more card. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. What could we use? Let's see. Here, I'm going to pause this and open my cupboard and get you a special deck. So I just went into the cupboard and grabbed Whispering Woods, just because I want to get you one more little message here. I think you're definitely in a very creative, emotional place this week, but you're harnessing that, I think, into a really productive place. And I think you're going to be, I see a lot of you possibly doing things around the home, like redecorating, cleaning, reorganizing, clearing out clutter, things like that. I see some of you perhaps doing something creative with family or friends. So for instance, just an example, my cousin's been doing crafts like all the time. She's so awesome, but she's been sending me these paintings that she's been making, and it's been making me want to do the same thing. So there is definitely a bonding thing, possibly over creativity. This one fell out. Learn. So take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night. Oh, so much about the night and the shadowy aspects. You'll become a little wiser in the day. Seems to me like you've learned. Okay, this just came in. Okay, so with the Moon, with all of this work that you've been doing, things that you've been learning from, things that have kind of been coming to the surface, things that you've been learning about yourself, the world, everything has definitely led you. I think that's why the message of advice came in, because I feel like this week someone's going to ask you for advice, either by text, could be a family member, it could be a friend, someone might just want to talk. It could even be you in that position, you know, wanting to talk or reach out to someone for advice. I actually think it's going to be towards you though, someone asking for advice or something like that with the Learn card. So you've learned something, and I think people around you see that. And I think it's like your turn with the take time to breathe out. It's your turn to maybe be a strength or be a really, really good advice to someone. So yeah, I think you've created, like, there's this wisdom, and it's creating like harmony within yourself and in your relationship, in your home. There's comfort, there's warmth, there's relaxation. Even though we have that bit of mystery or possible confusion, there's this sense of peace, or at least you learning something. Like, I feel like you've learned a lot over this year. And this week, Even though this is just a weekly reading, we've got a lot going on here. So bottom line is, I really think they're wanting you to put all of this energy into something productive, possibly creative. Take time to relax, breathe out. I see very like homebody energy, secure, comfortable. I really am getting strongly that someone's going to ask you for advice or your opinion on something. So possibly a friend or family member might say, hey, you know what? I'm going through this. What do you think? I noticed that you went through this recently. But there's so much of like you learning from something that you went through, and it's actually really good for you. So let's check your charms. So I'm excited to see what charms you get too. Yeah, I think this week's going to be nice for you. I think you're actually going to be able to help someone else. So let's get your focus palm there. Oh, the card fell over. Imagination, I think, is important too with the creativity, because you chose the imagination card. You know what's cool too, just before I forget, the direction here, like the compass idea, I think is important too, because it could just have to do with guidance, providing guidance or direction possibly. So we have D, S, F, R, E, another D, E, O, A. Okay, this is an interesting, oh, friend. Okay, so that's just confirmation to me with what we've been getting. So much friendship energy, which makes a lot of sense with that Three of Cups. This is all about friendship and relationships. It can be about celebration too. It could mean that you're going to get good news this week, something to celebrate over. But first, let's look at your focus palm. So let me raise these up so you can get a close look. And I'm going to try and make sure the volume's good today, guys, because I am losing my voice. Okay, so we have the star, so that's all about hope. And this is a bead too, it makes me think of creativity. Got that Five of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the lamp there, we've got the seed. Okay, thumbs up. This is a lot of charms in the focus palm, so let me just put these, I'm just gonna put this over. Let me just put these out here. Okay, so what I'm getting here, just with these charms in combination, is to not keep in your experience, I guess. Like, I'm seeing that your experience could actually be hope for someone. I'm gonna get a quote because I have it written on my wall. One second, guys. It says, one day you will tell your story of how you overcame and what you went through, and it'll be someone else's survival guide. That's a quote by Brené Brown, it says. And I really like that. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that your experience is actually going to be very helpful to someone. What you went through is going to be helpful towards someone. Also too, the wishes vibe here with the seeds, I feel like the take time to breathe out is just saying with the change card that there is change coming. Just enjoy your week, enjoy calmness, because you've got some good changes happening and some possible changes to do with finances as well. So it could just be saying that something good is around the corner, something that might help you financially or just make you feel like you have what you need. So let's just move this aside for a second. I want to see what else you have. So you've got... You've got the ghost. So much about the past here. The friend is really sticking out at me here. You've got sing, so a bit of a musical vibe here. Okay. You know what's interesting too? Okay, let me see here. So think about where you want to be. Ponder where you are right now. Pay attention to your dreams. They will show you things you have missed during your waking hours. All of this about dreaming and like, I see something about like your wishes coming true or dreams coming true, or you're putting something into action this week. you doing something productive this week that could pay off later is basically what I'm seeing. Because of the seeds, the lamp, this message about change, the abundance with the popcorn. And the popcorn, what I always think of as like the 8 of Wands, so rapid change, sudden change, that brings a lot of abundance. I get this one is sort of like a matter of time. You've got the key, which means you're moving forward. It's usually a yes to a question, so you have the answer, though you might not know what the door is. We don't have the lock, we don't have the door, so we might not know what the next chapter is, which makes sense with this idea of mystery, but you have what you need to move forward. And I think that's why it's saying just trust, like the right doors are going to be presented very soon. So this week is kind of a chill week. It's an enjoy your family week. It's a craft, relax, do things that you enjoy this week. Explore your creativity and your intuition as well. I think your intuition is very high this week as well. And I really am getting that strongly, like a friend may need your help this week. A friend may want to talk to you about something. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's reading, Group 1. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you have an awesome week. And I'll see you later too. So if you chose the moon card, cycles, then this is your message for this week, last week of October. I can't believe it. I hope you guys have had an awesome October, but let's see what the last week has in store for you. I've got my chocolate deck here, and for you guys, I used the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. So that was your deck, and I'm excited. I can use that deck all the way till Christmas for certain readings. I'm excited. So that's this one. So your first card is the moon. You have the 5 of Candles, which is the 5 of Wands. 3 of Potions, 3 of Cups. Oh yeah, you guys, this is interesting. You got 3 of the same, or pardon me, 2 of the same cards that Group 1 got. You have the Moon and 3 of Cups, and I'm pretty sure that's what they got too. I'm already forgetting, but yeah, I think it was. So that's interesting. So a personal resolution, or a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, so that's good. You've got scrying, intuition, and movement. So the cards are encouraging you to move this week. We'll find out why. Let's see. Let's get you a key word for this week. This one's doing it. So chocolate topping indecision. Okay, let's get you one more. Mystery. Okay, so this is interesting. So I'm going to put mystery here with the moon and indecision with intuition. And this one here. Sorry guys, let me just take a quick scan. Okay, so that makes sense. This makes sense. Okay, so what do we have here for this week? So what's interesting is because you did pull 2 similar cards, or you pulled the 2 same cards as Group 1, but your message seems a bit different here. For you guys, I'm just going to put this aside. I'm kind of seeing that there's been tension in your relationships, your friendships, possibly at work. But the thing is, the 5 of Wands tension isn't like, it's not earth-shattering arguments. It's just when everyone wants to be heard. They want to be right about something or have what they have to say be listened to. It can come at times when there's competition or you're just kind of butting heads. But this is the thing. You've got the 3 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups is harmonious and getting along and understanding, and it's about friendship. So what I see happening is something that is causing perhaps a bit of tension or a little bit of kind of like you're not feeling heard or you're having a hard time getting along possibly. I see that working itself out. And the beauty of it is, obviously, your connections are going to be stronger for it. So this is interesting too, because you've got a personal issue reaches resolution. So that could be what the issue is. So if you've been feeling tension with a particular person or possibly people like your family, it's just saying like it will work itself out. It might mean that you have to kind of pull away and let things, fizzle out a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. Now, interesting with this one, with these and the chocolate topping card we got, so indecision. So I'm kind of guessing, without even reading this, is that it's calling for you to listen to your intuition in regards to something that you're feeling indecisive about. The moon makes sense too, because the moon can talk about confusion as well, but also I'm kind of picking up on more of that intuition message. So I think this week your intuition is sharp. It's the week before Halloween. This makes a lot of sense. Your intuition is sharp. You're feeling the magic in the air, and you're just kind of, it's a good week to kind of work with your cards, work with your oracle cards or your charms or whatever you enjoy. You know, dream journal, things like that. So let's see what this says. So indecision is in the air right now, and you may find it difficult to settle or decide on the best way to handle a situation. Because you can see both sides of an argument as being equally valid, you may feel stuck out of confusion or doubt. Okay, so this is the thing. The Five of Wands isn't always when we disagree with someone. It just means like you might see both sides. You might be, you know, it could be people around you possibly that each have an opinion or a strong opinion about something, you know? And you're having to be that impartial person. So it says impartiality is needed. It is important to take a step back, which is exactly what I was feeling, to see where changes can be made or where opinions of others need to be considered. So this is, I just got chills. I love that we got this card because of what we already had. So it's saying a step back could be good for this situation. You know, and it might help you see their side of things and restore that harmony. Because honestly, group 2, I see your relationship actually being stronger for this. Because every relationship, no matter how good, no matter how solid, you're going to have times where you just don't see eye to eye, or you're feeling tension, or you're in a mood and they're in a mood, and you're just kind of like, you know, you just, that happens. There's tension in relationships, even the most solid relationships. So let's go to this. I love all this mystery because we've got box of chocolates, which is my fave. So in the words of Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Life is a mystery. Some days are hard, some are soft, some are easy, some are bitter. Some are filled with sadness while others are full of sweetness. The cycle of life is forever moving, changing, adapting. Change itself can be difficult, even traumatic, but remember that we are currently enjoying a very spiritual and karmic time in our human existence. Live in the now, count your blessings, and think positively. The wheel of fate is ever turning. So if you are feeling lost, if you are feeling confused, remember that won't last. Eventually things will become clearer. And I like that, how it's saying life is constantly moving. It's so true. You know, think about something you were worried about 5 years ago. It got worked out. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm getting a few messages for you guys. So using your intuition in regards to indecision this week, stepping away from a situation if it's too hot and bubbly and like, you know, tense, but also seeing the different sides of things, maybe taking a step back, or trying to remember that like the people that love you, you can still disagree with them, or they can disagree with you, and it doesn't mean that they don't love you. So tensions might be a bit high this week, but it's actually going to strengthen the relationship. And I do see kind of that suggestion with the indecision card. Just, you know, be impartial to the situation. If it's happening around you, not even to you in a relationship, you know, step back, see where changes can be made or where the opinions of others need to be considered. I am open to suggestions of others without compromising my own integrity. That's perfect for the Five of Wands. Lastly, we have movement. So it's encouraging you to move your body this week. So stretch. I have to start stretching. Stretch, go for a walk, you know, yoga, anything, like go for a run. The reason, I don't know, maybe the word stretch came into my mind immediately for a reason. It could just be encouraging you to stretch your body, like get up, you know, move around. If you find yourself sitting on the couch for hours at a time, which is so easy to do, you know, just get up, walk around, get some fresh air. So that's kind of just like a separate message. Movement could also talk about what the mystery card was talking about as far as like moving through life and different changes. But I love personal issues reaches resolution. I love that with the 2 chocolate cards that we pulled. These make so much sense. When we get confirmation like that, that to me is magical. I love it. Let's see what your charms have to add to this though. And this is where we get kind of more specific info. So let me just aim this down. We'll get your little palm there. Here. And so anything that lands in the palm is the focus of the week. And thank you in advance to those of you that helped me with the letters. So we have S, V, R, Z, another R, T, O, A. Okay, so let's get you some charms. take a quick look. So in the focus palm, we've got the whistle. So the whistle comes out sometimes when something needs to be, oh, you know what that's making me think of? You know what I just pictured is like hockey players kind of fighting, you know, like they get in, what do they call it? Yeah, I guess just fights. On the ice, I'm picturing like, hey, something needs to be like, the whistle needs to be blown on something. There needs to be a timeout. Okay, so the word timeout is coming to my mind with that whistle. Okay, and then you have believe. So isn't that perfect? I just think that like believing in yourself, believing too in like the mystery, believing in what can't be seen necessarily. I like that. So believe is a message. Let's see what else we have here. So we've got create. So your creative energy is strong too, along with your intuition. We've got adore here, which means new beginnings are coming. We don't have a key, so we might not know how to get there, but it's around the corner. Look at this, friendship. So maybe you're having tension with friends. We've got the mom charm. Maybe it's family. Maybe for a few of you, it's with your mom. You're feeling tension. You know, times are tense right now anyways. Everything is very tense. People are you know, differences of opinions right now seem very highlighted. So that could definitely be a factor. We've got 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands with the heads up is kind of telling me like, keep your head up type thing. But again, with your cards, I don't see anything like crazy happening or unexpected. It's just kind of saying like, you know, keep your eyes open, I guess is the best message. Now we've got some words here. We've got will, want, be, you. Okay, so that might work with some of the words or the letters. Sorry, I'm losing my voice, guys. We have a 4. This with the word now. Sing. Okay, so this top hat, I don't know why, but that charm always makes me think of Titanic. And when I think of Titanic, I think of like when Jack, if you've seen Titanic, when he goes into like first class and he's trying to pretend to be, you know, so that kind of makes me think I'm getting like this sort of self-worth vibe coming in here, which is interesting. So maybe comparing yourself to others perhaps. Or maybe that has to do with the 5 of Wands situation. You know, someone's treating you as like less or something like that. We've got King of Cups. So King of Cups is definitely an emotional, it's a mature response to situations that would otherwise maybe be overwhelming. So it's emotional maturity that comes with the King of Cups. And the thing is, just like that one card talked about, is like, you know, having a mature response to a situation right now and being impartial, being understanding of where other people might be coming from based on their experiences and responding, you know, knowing that is what I'm getting there. So friendship, family, the shell could be talk about like hidden emotions. We've got the bobbin here, which is there's a lot happening behind the scenes. It's also advising you to go with the flow. We have the sailboat, and emotionally unavailable could mean that you're feeling emotionally unavailable. Family and friends might be feeling emotionally unavailable. So yeah, that's what let me know if any of this made sense, group 2. I'd love to hear it. I really liked how the chocolate cards connected with what's happening, especially the message of like taking a step back from this situation to kind of restore that harmony. One thing I might mention too is this card makes me think of like that recognition of, even if you share different opinions of someone, you see similarities as well. You see like, and I don't know, this just makes me think of like people having layers to themselves, and that's interesting. But yeah, I think we have to just remember that whatever this is, it's saying it'll get worked out. So that makes sense. And I love how these cards confirmed that. So especially the mystery card too, just being okay with the mystery and trusting your intuition along the way. So I'd love to hear what you think, and we'll see you next time, group 2. Bye. Hi, group 3. So if you chose broomstick clearance, then this is your message for this week. Last week of October, I can't believe it. I hope your October has been nice. Let's find out what the last week is going to be like. We are approaching Halloween, which is also a full moon. Lots of energy. I do have your chocolate messages here. We'll get some keywords. We've got the charms. Stick around for your charms because that's where we get letters and words and lots of details that's really specific to you. So let's see here. So your first card is Cauldron. Oh, really quick, just because I've been showing everyone else. Your tarot deck that I used a different tarot deck for each group. For you guys, I decided to use the Dark Mansion Tarot. This tarot deck has a very Tim Burton-y style kind of feeling. I really like it. So that's your deck. So your first card, Cauldron. You have the 9 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and Strength. Self-care, connect with your ancestors. So when you guys got this, I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense for this week as well. And you also have, you're very close to achieving your goal. Give us Moon. So a lot of energy for this week. And this is good. I want to get you a few more keywords. Group 3 we got. So you have chocolate pudding, balance. I'm going to get you. Oh, you also have chili chocolate, freedom. Ooh, chili chocolate, yum. I would say that about any chocolate. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, it's energy and healing. You're very close to achieving your goal. I want to see what this chili chocolate says. So this is a card of bondage and restriction. Most often, it is a metaphorical representation of the restraints we place on ourselves. Look beyond superficial appearance and go deeper into the truth and meaning of a situation before you find yourself in hot water. Don't forget you hold the keys to your own freedom. Keep your options open. Take action to find the freedom you need to move forward. Remember, you are the only one that is holding you back. And the little message here is, I remove all chains and restrictions that I have placed on myself in the past as I start my new journey towards newfound freedom. Okay, and I'm kind of seeing that for you. There's a sense of strength in yourself that I'm seeing this week. Because we have the Strength card, we also have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is a perseverance card, and it can sometimes feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like the 9 of Wands comes out at times when we're almost feel like, okay, is all the work I've been putting in worth it? You know, am I really close? It usually comes right before a turning point, and it's a card of personal strength, and you do have the Strength card too. So believing in yourself is key with the 9 of Wands. Okay, believing in what you stand, you know, standing strong in your beliefs and what's important to you. Okay, so that's the best advice for 9 of Wands. Now, you've got the Strength card too. So I love these two in combination, especially the Strength card, because the Strength card to me is realizing your own strength, or realizing that you're more courageous and brave. You know, I love that quote about courage is, courage isn't being scared, it's being scared and doing it anyways. So that's kind of the vibe you have this week, is you're not backing down, and I see that paying off. But there is like a bit of restrictions or something you've put on yourself that's kind of maybe keeping you feeling stuck or keeping you feeling like you can't move forward. So keep your options open. So that could be a message too, maybe to widen your ideas of what, you know, is possible for yourself. You know, don't be self-limiting. Take action to find the freedom you need to move forward. Remember, you are the only one that is holding you back. So again, with that personal power, I love that we got that. Let's see what chocolate pudding has to say. So balance. Now is the time to find balance in many areas of your life, work, finances, and relationships in particular. So I'm wondering then, because look at this, the fact that you got balance and the 6 of Pentacles is important, okay? Because the 6 of Pentacles is like scales balancing, and depending on what you're asking, so depending on what the reading is about, it'll mean different things, but it can mean that the scales are balancing themselves back out. So I think it's important that we got balancing. We just shuffled out balancing, and we have this card. So let's continue here. Certain people and situations need your attention. Alchemy is at work. You may find yourself juggling many different aspects of life at this time. Balancing, mixing, and matching this with, oh, people outside screaming. Mixing and matching this with that until things fall into place and feel right, okay? So you may need to try several approaches before you settle on what feels right for you. Balance your inner self with your outer, and you will reach your goals quicker, okay? But work will be required to make this happen. I think this makes sense too, because like, I'm getting a bit of that all or nothing mentality going on with you here, and you're very close to achieving your goal with the 9 of Wands. I think is important too. You're almost there, okay? And the balance, I can't believe we got this, because that's what I'm feeling. I feel like there's something that isn't balanced Are you working? Oh, and look at this, balance, and then also synergy and healing. You've got so much about balancing or blending things. This card's making me think of temperance, which is like blending and somewhat like a balancing message. So this card also too makes me think about how things can change so quickly. You know, you might have one idea, and that's the message I'm getting for you guys. Sorry, I feel like my mouth can't keep up with the messages that are coming through here, but I think you need to like widen your view of what you want. Okay, so this week might be a good opportunity for you to explore other options, but it is telling you stay strong this week. So this might seem general. I mean, it's a general reading, but also I think it's applying to a lot of different things. For I think some of you it's saying stay strong in regards to work or this job or, you know, different things, or just a general message for you to keep going. Don't give up. And also, this is important too, because this message of like, you know, expanding your ideas of things, this makes sense too, because there might not be one clear answer. There might not be one, you know, one way. There could be other ways. And I think we're getting that with this card too, because the Nine of Wands, it can be a little bit of like a stubborn energy, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm a Scorpio, I'm extremely stubborn. So it's not like a bad thing, but sometimes we can be so stubborn about like, this is the way I want it exactly, that we other possibilities might pass us by. But either way, you've got the gibbous moon. So energy is picking up, okay? You're going to have an answer soon. You're very close to achieving your goal. You're almost there. As far as that Six of Pentacles goes, what I kind of think is happening here is something is balancing itself back out. You feeling like you're getting back what you're putting in is what's coming through. So the work that you're putting in, you're going to start seeing a reward this week. Does that make sense? I might mention too, Six of Pentacles sometimes makes me think of assistance from the universe. You do have connect with your ancestors. So it could be that, you know, you're receiving help from your ancestors. This week could be a good week to just kind of, you know, just connect with them, whatever that means to you, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. You know, you can ask, you know, I mean, there's so many different ways to find out about that kind of thing now. But yeah, I think it's more of a spiritual thing though, you know, connecting, realizing that you're not alone and realizing all of the things that had to happen for you to be here right now. It's insane. I sometimes get in these moods where I start thinking about everything that had to happen just so that I would be here, and it like hurts my brain. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here is like, realize you're here for a purpose. You have help. Okay, and there's lots of things at play here. The cauldron too, it kind of makes me think of, because of like the synergy and healing, there's a lot at play here. So before we get to your charms, what do we have here then? Let's summarize it. Let's make it kind of more easily digestible here. Don't give up is I think the bottom line, okay? You've got strength, Nine of Wands, two very strong energies. You've got the Six of Pentacles. Things should balance back out. You're gonna feel like things are maybe tipping back in your favor. You're very close to achieving your goal. So basically it's saying this week, keep going, don't give up. You know, trust that you're almost there. You could get some sort of confirmation this week of something happening. Also, I'm getting that strong message with this cauldron and these two chocolates that we pulled, that you might need to expand your idea or expand your horizons, or just be more open to other options, I guess is the best way to put it. Okay, so let me just scan this one more time. So you may need to try several approaches before you settle on what feels right for you. Balance your inner self with your outer and you will reach your goals quicker. So it's saying like something's out of balance that might be making it harder than it needs to be. The scales image is really coming through here. The strength, so it's like inner strength, and I think you might not realize your strength too. Okay, and yeah, something is keeping you stuck. So don't forget that you hold the keys to your own freedom. Take your sorry guys, I can't read tonight. Keep your options open. Take action to find the freedom you need to move forward. Remember, you are the only one that is holding you back. So I love that. Let's move on to your charms. I'd love to hear what you think of that though. Let's see. Let's look at your charms. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice, so I hope you can hear me. So let's get your palm here. D-R-E-A. U, Y, and I. I'm wearing my Halloween tie-dyed sweater. Okay, so in your focus palm, look at this. We've got beauty, we've got the little robot. The robot's kind of making me think of like, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of making me think of like robotic, like unemotional. That's interesting. Learning possibly, like changing, adapting perhaps. We also have the wrench here, which can mean something needs to be fixed or repaired. We've got the little wish charm here, so I could talk about like a wish coming true or making a wish. Beauty is interesting, so it could just be reminding you that you're beautiful just the way you are. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so let's look at what else you have here. Got some hermit energy. We got go with the flow with the sailboat. We've got the star here. We've got a 2. Okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, so teamwork. And you know what the thing with the 3 of Pentacles is? It's an apprenticeship card, so it's learning. Sometimes I feel like something you're doing right now isn't working. It's keeping you stuck. So it's wanting you to expand your mind this week and maybe try other things or get advice from someone, get opinions from someone perhaps with the 3 of Pentacles. I got the 10 of Pentacles too, so I like that because that's just to me saying like, I always think of the 10 of Pentacles as like a promise for like security. Okay, you've got 9 of Pentacles too. So 9 of Pentacles is what I like to see because it just means your hard work will pay off. But the 9 of Pentacles doesn't come unless you've worked hard. That's the thing. Whereas like the 10 of Pentacles can sometimes suggest like family, money, or help from outside sources. The 9 of Pentacles is like, okay, you put that work in, you're seeing the payoff. So we've got this little police box here. You guys that are Doctor Who fans helped me with that because I haven't watched the show. And I love more suggestions down in the comments as to different meanings. But from what I've gathered, it's like things aren't what they seem. And I like that with the cards you got. There's more options. There's more to it. It's not just exactly what it looks like. There's more. You've got the engagement ring, okay? And that just is more of a commitment, so it could be encouraging you to stay committed. You've got the ship here. I'm getting lots of ship and boat imagery today, just in general. I don't know what that could be saying. I'm sure I'll find out. Oh, look at this group 3. You've got the, okay, and this is interesting what it's caught with. Okay, so you've got the devil charm, okay, which is restrictions, which makes perfect sense with the freedom card because the devil card reminded me of this. So a card of bondage and restriction. Now, the devil charm is caught in the roller skate. The roller skate represents feeling uneasy. So are you afraid is what's keeping you stuck, feeling uneasy or feeling unsure, or having to learn to get that momentum. Like is the fear of trying something new or the fear of the unknown or the fear of falling keeping you stuck? You know, we've got that hermit. Oh, my throat. Sorry, guys. We've got the hermit. And the hermit, I mean, this owl too makes me think of like wisdom. You're wise. You've gained experience. Even if you're not exactly where you want to be, you've gained experience. We've got the balloon animal, which is being adaptable. The pineapple can represent friendship. Your friendships could be very strong this week. This is also a charm of abundance. We've got the star, which is hope. I love the mermaid here for you too, because it's making me think of trying something new or new worlds, a completely new perspective perhaps. The ship and the boat, I just think of going with the flow. Also, the ship makes me think of abundance coming in, but needing to be patient for it. We've got the bobbin, which means, again, similar to the police box, there's things happening behind the scenes that you might not be aware of, other people might not be aware of. It's kind of putting in work behind the scenes, because when we look at a sewing machine, we see the thread on top. We don't see the bobbin inside the machine. And without the bobbin, nothing gets like stitched up. So yeah, this is crazy. And just the energy I'm getting from this reading is interesting. And I'm just getting this feeling or this need to tell you, like, don't give up, please keep going. There's been a lot of things in 2020 that have made our goals harder to reach, but just keep going because things, oh, I'm just going to flip this over. This is the A. I don't know if but yeah, just keep going. You got the messages of strength. You got the message of you're very close to achieving your goal. But, you know, what's keeping you stuck here, you know? So I'd love to hear what you think, Group 3. I hope you have an awesome week, and we'll see you next time.